Hey guys, Kevin here. What I'd like to do in this video is show you what's in this package. It is the Elgato HD60 S, and this is a capture card. So what this is going to allow me to do is to record gameplay, record, well, everything really. You know, it allows me to record things like I can record footage from my GoPro, use it as a webcam. There's things like that you can do, I believe. You can record gaming. So I can play my SNES, I can play RetroPie, I can play any game on my PC, and I can record the footage, I can stream the footage. And it's something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. So you can see here the different options. You've got the original HD, HD60, HD-S, HD60 Pro. This one is for desktop computers. So I've got HD60S, which is really the best one that is from Elgato that isn't, doesn't require a desktop PC. You can use it using the USB Type-C connection, or USB 3.0 connection, sorry, with your laptop. So the bit rate there, 40 megabytes per second. Now, the older version HD60 uses USB 2.0, and apparently, although it says 40 megabytes per second there, apparently there was a lot of problems with delays. You know, there was a lot of problems with delays in syncing. So I want to just quickly show you what's in the package, unboxing or whatever you call it, and then I'll talk about why I actually bought this version. So I'm going to use the magic of two webcams. So I've got my older webcam here, and hopefully you guys can see that okay. So I actually bought this second hand. Shocker. I like buying stuff second hand, but I buy it from CEX, and generally speaking, their items are pretty much mint condition. So look at that. Now this retails around the, let me see, it's about the 165, 170 pounds in the UK, similar in the US, $170, etc. I paid 95. Now there was a version in 90 that was condition B. I paid the extra £5. You can see here that it's got 1080p at 60 frames per second, which is what I'm streaming at just now. USB 3.0 instant gameplay. So apologies for the messy desk here. In the box here it says it's got game capture, I'm reading this upside down, USB 3.0 and an HDMI cable. And system requirements says you need a NVIDIA GeForce GTX 600 or above. And it's got the analog, what is that? Analog audio, HDMI in, USB Type-C, HDMI out. Really cool. It's actually like a video, an old classic video or DVD box. It's really cool, actually. So for me, I apologise if this is hard for you guys to see. I am doing this upside down. So there it's there. That is the HD60 S. And first impressions, this thing is really small, actually. I'm really surprised at how small this is. I don't know why. I had it stuck in my house, in my head, that this was bigger. I don't know why. You've got the HDMI out there, HDMI in, USB Type-C, and like the audio. What was it they say that was? It was audio? Analog audio in there, I believe. So just to put it into perspective, you know, this is a 2.5 inch SSD drive for storage. And it's kind of about the same size, you know, without if the shell wasn't on it, if the casing wasn't on it. Very, very small, very, very light. I'm really surprised at how small that is. It's really cool. So what have we got in here? Got a little warranty type thing. And then here we've got lots of cables. So I've got the USB type USB 3.0. I keep saying USB Type-C, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know. I've got this stuck in my head. And I've got an HDMI cable. So, there it's there. USB, where are we? USB 3.0, HDMI, and the Elgato itself. Now, I'm not going to be showing you how to use it in this video because, well, I need to figure this out. It's not rocket science, really. It's very, very easy to do. I'll get this back in the box. In fact, I'll leave that there just now. So it's very, very easy to do. You put the HDMI, you know, so for example, if I was recording from, say, my SNES Mini, I'd plug this SNES Mini HDMI cable into here, and then the HDMI cable would come out and then into my TV. So this is getting stuck in the middle. It's really intercepting the signal, and then it's sending it out. And that's how it's going to work. Now, the software on the back that they show you is Elgato. That's their software. But, you know, I'll probably use... I'll maybe give this a try, but I'll probably use OBS. I've been using OBS, and the more that I use OBS, the more I like it. I'm actually recording using OBS just now. The other day, I downloaded the XSplit, and it does look okay. I don't mind paying whatever it is, $30, $100 for a year or whatever it is. I don't mind paying that if it works. But I downloaded the software to try it, and it crashed straight away. And, you know, I tried it again, it just crashed. And I'm like, you know what, forget it. OBS works well. It's simple. It works very, very well. It's very effective. And the more, you know, I'm starting to learn more about how it works. So I don't want to relearn something that costs money, and I don't know. I mean, I'll maybe try the Elgato one just to see how it works. You know, it does look professional. On the back here, it says it supports PS4, PS4 Pro, Xbox One and One S, Nintendo Switch, Twitch, YouTube. That's what it says down there. Apparently, for a USB for the PS3, it has problems because it's got the HDMI protection thing. So if you're using the PS4, for example, there's an option to turn it off. It's like the protection for piracy, I believe, and you can turn it off for the PS3 by using an HDMI switcher. I believe that's the only way to, you know, get around that. So maybe I can stream games from the PS3 as well sometimes for fun. Just to go back over the requirements, it says you need Windows 10 64-bit or Mac OS Sierra. Intel, the GPU should be Intel HD, NVIDIA GeForce GTX 600 or better. I checked online and it said that my, what is it I've got on mine? I need to remember. I've got a Quadro M1000M with 4GB. I believe it's fine. I've checked online and it said it's fine, so hopefully it'll be okay. And you need an Intel i5 4 series quad core or better. I've got an Intel i6 series quad core, so shouldn't have any problems in theory. So why did I buy the Elgato? Why did I buy that specific model? Well, if I jump back to Firefox for a second, and I'll just typey. Best capture card Twitch. Right, we'll put in that search, right? You know, Twitch is very, very popular. It's what most people would probably be, you know, be streaming for Twitch or for YouTube. Okay, here's one in Twitch. In fact, I'll find an article. Here, 10 best capture cards. Now, most of these things, these are just affiliate websites where people just stick the most popular ones and then they're just trying to get a commission. So there's the Elgato, the original one. The Maswell. Now, I've looked into this one. This one is apparently really, really good. And just to explain, guys, this is just the easier way to explain why I bought this, because if you're looking for a capture card, you'll probably go through the exact same thing I did and look into what works and what doesn't and all that. So I'm trying to show you the ones that I looked into. I really did honestly look in detail at about 15 different capture cards. Looked at video tutorials, I looked at reviews, I looked at all these things to determine which one to buy. The Maswell one is really good. What put me off about this one? Well, it's got great reviews. Everyone says it's one that you should look to get. The difference being it costs about, in the UK, about £280, £300. It's about double the price as Elgato, and I couldn't see any second hand. So that was one I didn't go. That one requires a computer, but I believe that one's got okay reviews. Right, so Hopage or Hopage, I don't know how you pronounce that. They've got a lot of different ones. That's obviously for a PC. I think I saw that's like the cheap one from China. It's rebranded a lot of different ways. That's the original HD one from Elgato. This is a strange list, actually. It's not putting all the usual suspects. Right, that's a really bad list. I thought it was going to be like AverMedia and all these other ones. You know, if a good YouTuber would probably have researched this a little bit better and not just wing it and just type it into Google and hopefully you get a better option. So where's the right? So that's the one, HD60 S. That's what I've got, and it does get very good reviews. Now this was another one, the AverMedia Live Gaming Extreme. This apparently there's one from Razer. So Razer have got a capture card out as well, right? And the capture card retails like £150 or something. Apparently, in the inside, it is exactly like the AverMedia Live Gamer Extreme. It's the exact same. Razer have simply licensed the technology or licensed the product and rebranded it, reboxed it, and, you know, put some different features on it. That got good reviews, but, you know, there was a few people complain about it. But second hand, that was going for £50, and I got the Elgato for £95. So I was tempted to buy that simply because I could get it really cheap. You know, new it was going at the 100 mark, but second hand I could get it £50. But I was concerned that it wasn't really the money. You know, it's more about the fact if I didn't buy the right one, I'd end up buying twice. The Extreme Cap U3 was another one I could have bought second hand from AverMedia. Then there's a Hopwodge one. They've got a lot of different versions, and they all kind of look like DVD boxes or, you know, something like that. And they've said the HD60 S is the best option. In fact, if I just go to the AverMedia website, that's probably going to save me a lot of hassle. There's a few AverMedia ones that I looked at, and they've got a lot of different ones. In second hand, there was a lot of options there. Now, this one, AverMedia 2, this is the Live Gamer Portable. There's now the AverMedia Plus 2 Plus, which allows you to do 4K streaming, I believe. In fact, it allows you 4K pass-through, which means that if you've got a PS4 Pro, you can take a 4K signal and then stream it 1080p. That version doesn't allow you to do that, and very few other ones do. Like, for example, mine doesn't allow me to do that. But since I do have a 4K television, but I don't have a PS4 Pro, I didn't think this was something that I had to worry about. Plus, it's not actually out in the UK, so that was not something I could really worry about. Now, they've got a lot of options here. You'll see the LGP Lite. The Live Gamer Portable was popular. There's the Live Gamer Extreme, the Live Gamer Portable 2, and there's the Plus. And as I said, there's the Live Gamer one there as well. This one allows you to do 4K pass-through. So you can stream with your PS4 Pro or your, you know, what's it? The Xbox One S. Is that the one that's got 4K? It's late on a Sunday, so apologies if I'm making mistakes. But this one allows pass-through. So that's a really good option, and I can see a lot of people buying that one. So I looked at all of these ones. I looked at Hallpage. I looked at there's one from Japan everybody kept talking about, which for the life of me I can't remember right now. And, you know, I looked at all of these options, and you'll see lots of options. If you go into Reddit, there's going to be lots of people like Blackmagic Intensity Pro 4K. These ones are all very, very expensive. Well, that one's for a PC. The Blackmagic ones are, you know, a couple of $100s. So I won't bore you with any more details. I will, you know, it's really just to stress the fact that I looked at lots and lots of them. I can't remember that one from Japan now. But yeah, I looked at all of them, and really the core problem is with all of these game capture cards is that they all have problems. Every single one of them. If you look at reviews, if you look at tutorials, if you look at anything online with any kind of game capture card or video capture card, you will see lots of people raving about it, saying that it's great for every single product, and you'll see a lot of people complaining about it. And I mean, like, complaining, I spent hours doing this, I spent weeks doing this, I couldn't fix it, their support's terrible, there's not downloads and all that kind of thing. People were really, really complaining about all these products. And, well, it just seems to be... I mean, I guess it's part of, you know, it's part of the way that these things work. You know, there's so many different systems and so many different configurations that, you know, different updates, you know, stops things from working. So I looked at all these products, and you go, okay, I was actually sold in the Live Gamer Extreme. I said, that will do me. I don't need to spend more money. That will do me. Wasn't caring about money, but I thought, I'll just try the £50 one. I'll use it for a year, then I'll get the best version that's out brand new. And I mean, I looked at all of these ones, and then I would see someone saying, no, this isn't working well, it's not good, blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing. Why did I get the Elgato, which is here? Why did I get the Elgato HD60 S? Well, this also had problems. This, you know, one of the key things that I saw a lot of people saying was, don't get any capture card that uses USB 2.0. Make sure it uses USB 3.0. This ticked that box, but you know, there was 4 or 5 others at least, maybe more than that, that used 3.0 as well. The main difference with the Elgato one, and I hope I'm right because I haven't tested this yet, but I hope I'm right, is that a lot of the other companies weren't responding to these problems. So a lot of the other companies, they weren't doing like frequent software updates. They weren't, addressing the customers. They weren't responding to customer tickets and support queries and all that kind of thing. Elgato seemed to be on the ball. There was a lot of problems at the start. Specifically, there's a lot of problems with like syncing and delays. So, you can't have delays when you do something like this. And this is something I'll need to figure out. But there's a lot of problems with the last version where there was delays with HD. I think it was HD60, and it was delays and things like that. And a lot of people complained. But they have been on the ball, and they keep doing more updates and more updates and more software updates. They're replying to people and they're helping people. So maybe I'm wrong. I could end up, maybe having a nightmare trying to use this, maybe trying to get this to work. But out of all the companies I looked at so many, discussions about this in YouTube videos and YouTube comments, and lots of people were saying that, Elgato seems to be the one that, yes, it does still have a lot of negative comments, but there was a lot of people, there's a lot of updates, there's a lot of software coming out to address the problems, and there's a lot of tutorials showing you how to do it. That's the other thing as well. Because Elgato is so popular, there's lots of tutorials for them. So with the more obscure capture cards, not only do you get worse support, sometimes you're paying more money as well, but you get worse support, you get less help, less software updates. Because it's less popular, there's less people putting out tutorials on YouTube, on websites and blogs, etc. Whereas this one, there's so many tutorials about how to get this working. So one of the biggest problems I'll have to get, as long as it works with my laptop, etc., one of the biggest problems that I'm going to face is getting the delay right. Because what really normally happens, I was going to say frequently, but I can't say it properly because I'm dehydrated. What normally happens, that's a better word, normally. What normally happens is you put your signal into the capture card, in this case, the Elgato HD60. You put it into the capture card, and it then goes and you play your game as normal. When that signal comes to your computer and you're trying to record it through software like the one on the box or OBS, then what you need to do is try and sync it up correctly, because what happens is there's a delay. So you can't have a delay. Say the video footage is like 1.5 seconds behind. If you're streaming a game, that's a big problem, because say, for example, I'm playing FIFA, or I could be in FIFA and score a goal, or I could be, playing Call of Duty and get a headshot, and you'll see me in my webcam jumping around and going, yes, yes, and the game footage won't show that. So, because it'll be a second or so behind. What you need to do is set the webcam, and the microphone, set it to like a delay of a second or 1.5 seconds, and make sure they're all displaying at the same time. So the stream or the recording will be running maybe 1.5 seconds behind, but what it means is the webcam, what you're looking at just now, say the browser was behind or something, the webcam will be in sync with the microphone, which will be in sync with the game footage or whatever you're recording. It could be something from a camera or whatever it is. So there was another thing before I got away. The other thing that I was talking about, the Japanese card. Now there's a lot of I'll just try and find this just now. So the card I was talking about, it's from a company called Solaris Japan, and this is a company. This is one of them. Now there's a lot of top. Where is it? I'm going to find this hard to find now. There's a lot of top Twitch streamers, top YouTube streamers, and they're using this X capture. Now you can see here, £245. This is very, very popular, and it's not that much more expensive really than the Elgato HD60 S. You're talking maybe 50% more in price. This is very, very popular. There's a lot of Twitch streamers, and there's a lot of YouTube streamers who swear by this, and they say that's a really good device. The Magwell is another one. But if you're on the lookout for a game capture card, guys, I'm not here saying that the Elgato HD60 S is without doubt the best capture card on the market. I'm not saying that. There are alternatives. I probably would have bought something else and I would have been very happy. One of the reasons I went for this is because I couldn't find anything second hand. So for me, it was a difference between that paying £245, £250, with delivery, for that compared to 95 with this. So it wasn't just an extra 50%, it was like an extra 250% or 150%, sorry. So yeah, it ended up being a bigger investment, and as someone who's still trying to figure this out, I thought I'll go with the company that's supporting customers. I'll go with basically the most popular model for Elgato for as far as the best model that does not require a desktop computer. That's essentially what I'm trying to say. So yeah, guys, please stay tuned on my channel. I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of this. I think it's going to be really, really useful, not just for gaming, but I mean, it allows me to stream games and chat to you guys. I really do. I really do enjoy that. I had a stream last week, and I was talking to a couple of people when I was doing the stream. I think, yeah, that one was focusing more on tech stories. I was talking about some news. But I really loved interacting with everyone. And yes, I'm still going to do product reviews. I'm still going to do things like that. But I'm looking forward to doing more live streams and talking to people. And this Elgato HD60 S is going to allow me to do that. And, you know, I'd like to play retro games. That's the thing. This can, you know, this will work on Call of Duty and all the latest games on the PS4 and all that, and PC gaming. But really, it's the classic games I want to play. You know, it's the old classic games that I played when I was growing up, and I'm looking forward to playing this, playing my mini SNES, playing the RetroPie, playing on my PC, which I wouldn't need this because I could, you know, use an emulator. But this looks like a very, very useful device, and I've went with a popular option, and it's not just a popular option. I went with the option that the company appears to be, don't quote me on this, but it appears to be one of the most active in supporting their customers. So if you guys are out there, again, I'm not saying this is the best one out there. I haven't reviewed it yet, and I don't think anyone can really say that until you've tested several of these game capture ones, which one's the best. But this is definitely the top of the Elgato line. And, you know, other companies to consider are Avermedia, Hoppage. Do check out the Solaris Japan. And the other one was it Maswell? Yeah, Maswell capture card. That's another one that I saw getting a lot of good reviews. That one there. And this one. I think that's the more expensive one, HDMI 4K Plus. So Maswell seemed to get a lot of good reviews from streamers as well as the products from Solaris. So please do check those ones out, guys. If there's anything in particular that you want me to test or, you know, check or anything like that, please let me know. I will be trying to figure it out. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, please do leave a comment, and I'll speak to you all soon. Hopefully within the next week, I will be enjoying some games with you guys. So again, thanks for watching. Please do leave a comment, like, share, all the good stuff, and I'll speak to you all soon. Take care, guys. Cheers.